I do love the Saturday arvo, when my mates and I go off to see the game. Yes, I do love the Saturday arvo, 'cause there's nothing in the world that's quite the same.
I have been astounded, not surprised, but astounded at the large crowds we're getting at our local footy finals, Kev, just like you. I'm absolutely amazed. And on Saturday, Benny.
Oh, I couldn't believe them. They were packed in like sardines, weren't they? Like in front of that social club there at Na Nar Goon, there was that many people there, you just couldn't move.
Well, of course, we went to the grand final in the Ellinbank and District Football League, played at Na Nar Goon. Garfield Stars taking on Neerim South. I've never seen so many people and cars.
You're right, but every club seemed to be represented there. People walking around with club jumpers and jackets on. It was sensational.
Well, the netball crowd alone, Benny, was bigger than some footy crowds I've seen over the years.
Oh, even recently, I'd reckon.
Yeah.
But all the same, it was sensational. They were there in their thousands.
Fantastic stuff. We'll be bringing you all of the colour of the big day at Na Nar Goon last Saturday, right throughout the show, and lots more. But a very big show for you tonight, and I think, better get straight to it because we've got so much to fit in. I think we might go to the action and the colour at Na Nar Goon last Saturday, the Ellinbank and District Football League Grand Final for 2011, Neerim South taking on Garfield. Neerim South, the Cats. Result of a merger in 1954, although both clubs have been going since the early 1900s. 7 premierships going for their 8th. The Garfield Stars, also formed in the early 1900s. They're going for their 10th flag.
And they were keen in the rooms, Dags. Gee, they were warming up and tough in there.
Plenty of adrenaline there, Benny. Pre-grand final nerves.
The atmosphere was electric.
And how much could they count to in those rooms, Benny?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There they are, fellas. The team's taking the field. Look at those magnificent banners.
Ho-ho!
Fair effort in those lot.
Not sure about the wording on Neerim South's banner, fellas. Shouldn't they worry about starting to relax?
I reckon.
They obviously put on a pretty good show in the Ellinbank Footy League, boys.
We've golden soil and wild for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every state advance Australia fair.
So with the preliminaries over, let's go to the action in the first quarter of the 2011 Grand Final.
And it's Matt Rendell's that brings the ball straight into the centre of the ground. They've got a man loose there. Kick from Ned Marsh goes wider, and they're able to move forward now. It's going to be a long kick into the teeth of goal.
High flyers wanted there. Over the back it comes, kicked off the ground. Good effort down there by Jamie Ferguson, but one behind only. Welcome back to the local footy show. Finals time in Melbourne and Victoria. Fantastic stuff in the footy world. Speaking of fantastic stuff in footy, Benny, what a colourful day there at Na Nar Goon it was.
It was colourful, and one of the reasons was because people got dressed up for the occasion. The supporters, they were there in their numbers.
They sure did, and I tell you what, they came in all shapes and sizes. What about the guys on the stilts there, Benny?
Oh, they were having a lot of good time there, weren't they? They could move pretty smartly.
The girls handing out the leaflets there dressed up in their racing silks.
I don't know who the supporter was, but he decided to paint his car the right colours.
Oh, look at that, will you? He's passionate about it. And the Bunyip crowd going mad in the reserves there. Speaking of Bunyip supporters, fellas, have a look at this mob. They're the Morph Mob.
The what?
The Morph Mob. A team of morphs, Kev. I thought we'd been invaded by aliens for a moment, but they were there just having a good time supporting their beloved team.
Did you have a chat to them, Daryl?
I caught up with them soon after they stepped out of their spaceship.
Oh, we'll get decked up for Bunyip reserves, the F troopers and the netball.
Supporting the Bunyip Football Club.
The reserves, go the reserves.
So what brought this about? Why the uniform?
Oh, what's better than a morph suit?
Exactly. Red, white, blue.
Nice and warm.
Bunyip.
Warm on a cold
well.
day. We look like idiots. We get on camera.
So there it was, big crowd, lots of colour down there at Na Nar Goon last week.
I'll tell you what, you were at Na Nar Goon.
We were at Na Nar Goon.
Na Nar Goon.
Na Nar
Yeah,
Goon, yes.
not
we were.
Lang Lang.
Not Lang Lang.
No, no.
And they were
Or
playing-
Bullen.
No, it wasn't Bullen Bullen.
No.
Or Coralline.
No. But is Neerim South, are they Neerim?
Neerim South.
Neerim South.
Yeah.
Are they Neerim?
Are they Neerim?
Near who?
Neerim South.
Yeah, Neerim and Neerim South.
Yeah, but are they Neerim?
Well, they are, because they must be because they merged.
Oh, did they?
Neerim and Neerim South.
Right.
Back in 1954.
So they are Neerim.
They are Neerim, they're very Neerim.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we'll go back to the highlights where old Kev has a lay down.
They're the Cats, Kev.
Right.
Shane Reid has the footy. Kicks down the line. And it's a well-weighted kick, a nice lead and a good mark. So it'll be Brett Reid to bring the ball across the ground into half-forward. Running hard through. They've got to take the footy with you as the ball does spill free in the end. Getting there, Ben Marsh. Gets a little one. Oh, nice smother there. Keeps the ball in that forward line for Garfield. Hand pass comes out by Watson, but it was smothered and it went across the boundary line for another throw in. Good supporters down there, Dags, on the boundary line.
Yes, that's good stuff. Nabalius now. Welcome back to the local footy show. We've been doing push-ups during the break.
I know. He's
He's
just
getting a bit carried away.
the coach, the cockroach.
Unbelievable.
Got to be ready to go in finals time.
Yeah, I know. Only 2 weeks to go. Oh, have a rest then. But I'll tell you what, they were ready to go last week there at Na Nar Goon in the Ellinbank and District Football League Grand Final because, by gee, they were very busy there, Benny. Large queues there to the coffee stall.
And how big was the coffee truck? Like, they had plenty of people in there and they were getting through plenty of coffees.
Cooking snags there too. They look pretty good.
One after another after another.
You had 8 of them, you
I
should
know, they were good too.
And a novel way they're supplying the food outlets.
Yeah, well, he had to keep up with everything and he was in control.
Yeah, whipping around his golf cart, obviously from Lang Lang Golf Club.
I reckon it would have been.
And the netballers, well, they had a big day, and look at that huge crowd. As we mentioned earlier, some football games would love a crowd like that.
They were packed in all right.
Few grand finals decided there. Congratulations to the girls in those premiership sides, and well done to all concerned. As we go back to the highlights, not a lot of goals, Benny. 1 goal kicked in the entire first half. A real battle of the defences. It was a dour grand final struggle.
Sure was a struggle.
Let's go back and see how they're handling it.
Off hands again, little scoop out. Chance for them to go forward through Ned Marsh. Into half forward, finding the target of Daniel Fry. He's been in everything this quarter quickly to get the boot to the ball. BU goes there and takes the mark. Luke BU will come in for this shot at goal.
In he comes. This to stretch the margin. They like it. The Stars creep further ahead. Well, we hope you're enjoying the local footy show and now look at the Ellinbank and District Football League Grand Final for 2011 because it was a great advertisement for local footy and for country footy, Benny.
It sure was. It was just sensational. The way that they put the game together, the way that the crowds rolled up, the way that the footy was played, the way that people enjoyed each other's company at the ground, the atmosphere just blended.
Well, they had the police there, as you do at all these events, but this guy didn't have too much work to do. He was enjoying himself with what was a fantastic family crowd. And also enjoying themselves with the boys from 103.1 radio team calling all the action.
You could hear that through our microphone some of the time, Dags.
Yes, they were getting excited, and so were we, because it was the big day of the year in the Ellinbank and District Football League. That's a league close to your heart, isn't it, Kev?
Yeah, absolutely. Taught at Cooey-Rupp there for a number of years. Played it for Cooey-Rupp in the Ellinbank Footy League for a year. And it's just great. It's like old-fashioned footy. When you go back to the Ellinbank, the community feel of that particular comp is as good as I've seen anywhere.
Yes, and the Cooey-Rupp Club has recovered from Kev playing for them.
Yep.
And they're doing all right now. Doing all right also is Garfield in the grand final. Let's go back to the action. He'll win the free kick for Garfield. Boots it long in towards the half-forward line. Fry's the target, doesn't let him down. Daniel Fry has it again for the Stars.
Plaking plenty over this kick. Comes in, puts the ball on its way. Does it make the distance? It does. He's put it through. That's his second.
What a fantastic effort by Garfield. Big turnaround from the second semi-final. Worthy premiers for 2011 and had lots of good players, Benny.
Yeah, lots of good Marshes out there, but the one that we chose was Ned Marsh.
Ned, congratulations. A grand final win. Fantastic, eh?
Yeah, it was a great win. Yeah.
Now, the boys today had to work hard because it wasn't a great goal-kicking exhibition today, but you were able to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, all the boys stuck fat, and after half-time we come out and put our bodies on the line and ran out the game really well, so it was good to get over the line.
The Marsh boys were all in it together, weren't you?
Yeah. Bloody oath.
Anyway, what does it feel like running around the ground at the end of the game with the cup?
Oh, can't explain it, you know. First grand final I've ever been in, first lot of finals really, and to win a flag, you work so hard all year, and it really pays off. So,
how did you turn it around since the second semi?
A bit of a wake-up call. It was we had to go back and just go back to the basics, get our head over the ball, and get in first, and that's what we showed today.
Anyway, congratulations, you did that. Player of the day, dinner for two down there at the Morty Alex Sporting Club.
Beautiful, thank you.
And Ned wins a dinner for two down there at the Morty Alex Sporting Club at any of the great restaurants or bistros to the value of $80.
And in the Ellinbank and District Football League, in our match of the day, Garfield premiers over Neerim South. Very low scoring affair, Benny.
Yeah, they were able to turn it around since the second semi-final, weren't they? And at half-time, 1 goal kick for the game. Can't believe that.
1 goal 12 on the board between the two sides at half-time. So it really was a battle of the defences.
Garfield was well served by Ned Marsh. He was everywhere, wasn't he? Got the ball all over the place. Forward line, back line.
Yes, he was fantastic. He was our player of the day and also the medalist on the day. Just a sensational game from him in his very first grand final.
Nick Marsh, one of the other Marsh boys, played a terrific game for Garfield.
Yeah, there were 4 of them out there. If you just said Marsh has got the footy, you were pretty right most of the time. But he was fantastic all day for them, Nick.
Sean Slammer in the back line, he held them together and he was able to rebound on many occasions.
Matthew Hobbs, a very creative player for them, got plenty of the ball and most often used it wisely.
Their coach, Brent Eastwell, he was terrific, just hard at the footy, led by example.
Yes, he did, and I think that they certainly followed his example. Damien Ryan worked very, very hard in defence, especially in that first half, constantly keeping Neerim South out.
In the first half especially, I thought Matt Runnels was fantastic. Just kept them in the game, got plenty of the footy and did the right thing with it.
And kept getting out on his own, didn't he? Was very creative. Daniel Fry was the chief goal kicker. He booted 3 out of their 8, the only multiple goal scorer on the ground.
Neerim South, they had lots of good players. Tyson Morrow was certainly one of their best. I thought that he got the footy. He got out by himself a lot and directed the footy forward.
I thought the Uri boys were fantastic, both Chris and Michael. Michael was in everything and really worked hard all day for the Cats.
Darren Ratton across the back line, he was great, worked hard, solid as a rock.
Cameron Hinkley also very good, especially in that first half when the defences were standing up so strongly. Hinkley was in the way very often.
As you said, Chris Uri, he was sensational as well. Got into the football, knew where it was going to be and played a terrific game for Neerim South.
An historic day for the Garfield Footy Club, Benny. They were ecstatic, a thoroughly deserved premiership. They were so excited they kissed each other.
Oh, that's disgraceful. No, it's good.
No, fantastic. They've been through a very long season together. Well done.
Yes, I caught up with their coach and, of course, one of their favourite sons.
Brett, you'd be pleased and happy with the boys.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I mean, obviously to win a premiership, it's what you dream about. Not only as a player, but to coach one, it's a great effort by the boys, and couldn't be prouder of the bunch. So, very good.
You've worked well all year, and going into that second semi-final and coming away with such a defeat, did that spur you on?
Oh, I think that it spurred the player group on. Absolutely, you can get in a little bit of a comfort zone, and I think that probably happened, and we probably realised how much we did want to win this premiership, at least have a chance at it. And to the boys' credit, stood up against Coralline last week, and then took it into the game today. And look, it was a hard battle, and took till 3/4 time to really gain some ascendancy on the contest. And we got to have not the points, the flag, I suppose, at the end. So it was good.
What about the way the game was played? Such a low-scoring game. What did it feel like out in the ground?
Well, not that you were ever really in control of it because it was so to and fro. Like, we controlled a lot of the footy through that third quarter, and I don't know how we went up by heaps at three-quarter time, and I thought we were strangling their ball use, and we were using it pretty well. We weren't able to get the score on the board, so it was important we started the last quarter, or the final quarter, well, and we done that. So.
Yeah, you took that 19-point lead into there, but it was amazing at quarter time. There's only one goal on the board.
Yeah, it was. But what you do is both sides, obviously, defence is the way you win premierships, and both sides have got a very strong, reliable defence. So.
And a great day here at Na Nar Goon for the grand final. Plenty of people into the ground.
Yep.
The finals atmosphere for sure.
Oh, absolutely. You could just hear. Yeah, it was a fantastic venue. You could hear the crowd when, I don't know, South got a goal there late in the third or whatever, and the whole joint just erupted. And it was, yeah, a real good finals-type atmosphere. And, look, thanks to all our supporters for coming out today and supporting the Garfield Footy Club, because it's, yeah, fantastic achievement by the boys.
Anyway, congratulations. The stars will be shining brightly tonight.
Certainly will. Thanks, mate.
Frosty, you played in a couple of grand finals for Garfield, but this one's just as good as the others?
It's better.
Why?
Oh, well, they had the back against the wall. They had to come home, and everyone said they couldn't win, well, they won. So what can you do?
Well, it was a sensational game of footy. Hard fought, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Garfield were too tough and too tight. You know, the marsh and the ruck, and they just dominated.
So it'll be a big night in Garfield tonight?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I'm heading back, so we'll take it.